Well, welcome back, as promised, to Center Court, the Glass City Center, Toledo, Ohio. The final 8 have been reseeded and reshuffled. We begin with an ACO King of Cornhole and my broadcast partner there for the last couple of matches, Jeremiah Ellis. He will face off in what should be a beauty of a match because these guys know each other really well against Trey Brown. Dustin Arant and Micah Johnson are facing off on court 7 right now. Drew Blauvelt and Sebastian Barger facing off on court 3 in the losers bracket portion of the program. And Richard Jones and Daniel Wine. All of these players now continuing to work their way towards a singles championship. So this first one starts with a 10-on-9, and that puts Jeremiah to a single penny disadvantage right there. So how about that? Trey Brown steps up, draws first blood. The vibe and the believe messaging all across the body of the King in his King's jersey. An Ohio State champion jersey there on Trey. And you heard him say it as much as anybody else. Who wants it more? We're about to find out if actions speak as loudly as his words do. Both of these guys have a very kind of stunted delivery, a very quick release, a little bit more arm extension there from Trey, but and you heard Jeremiah talking about dictating the pace of play. If he can speed it up or slow it down just the tiniest bit, he will take that advantage if he can. Sebastian Barger jumps out to a 4-0 lead over Drew Blauvelt. Jones and Wine yet to post a score, but Jeremiah picks up 2 there on the 12-on-10. First bag, perfect block placement. Again, these guys coming out of the same region down around the Columbus, Ohio area. A little bit of a home field advantage, I guess, for everybody here in Toledo. Nice bag right there to bunch everything up. Should all be flushed out, and they are. Probably not where he wanted to leave that bag, but who knows? Maybe Trey will do him a little bit of a favor here and nudge it. He did just that. We know that Jeremiah can go in and get both of those. Now he's just counting on the kindness of an opponent right there. What do you do here? Do you just lay it up, let it sit there, take 10? Yeah, take your 10-on-8. Recapture the lead, recapture the first bag. Former, current, and always forever King Craig Irvin sitting across the way, keeping an eye on things as well. Cheer play continuing to wrap up around the room as his final bracket of 8 continues to develop. Barger up 4-0 over Blauvelt still. Jones and Wine battling right now on court 4, but no score put up yet. Dustin Arant up 4-0 over Micah Johnson. Straight in front of me. Nice bag there by Trey to take advantage of that open middle. Is he able to pull 2 back? Extend that lead. Yes, he does. He does exactly that. Appreciate Jeremiah taking the time. He did make mention of that Grand Traverse Major, and that is exactly where he basically said, I'm going to become the King of Cornhole this year. I don't care who wants to come at me. Come at me. And I told Gears, I said, I saw it in his eyes. He's going to do it, and he sure as hell did it. And I've gotten it right twice. I got him right, and I got Sebastian right. Isaac came out and surprised me a little bit, but it was one of those things where I was surprised, but I wasn't all that surprised, if you know what I mean. I have no idea who's in line to capture the crown this season, but Jeremiah is certainly making a solid case. We'll see what happens here tonight when all is said and done with regard to Sebastian. Now that school's done, he's got his degrees under his belt. Can he really dial it all in completely and go after it? We shall see. Jeremiah Ellis takes back first bag here. Vibing out of the right paw. Perfect block. Trey going to step out, cut it left to right. Nice cleanup. Leaving a nice alleyway there for Trey to pursue to clean both of his up. That one should fall any second. And it does. No fourth bag blues, absolutely not. Double four bagger continues this into round 7. Ellis holds the 6-5 lead. Dustin Arant up over Micah Johnson 8-0 at this point. Sebastian Barger out 6-2 over Drew Blauvelt. In the lower portion of the bracket, Richard Jones finds himself down 4-3 to Daniel Wine. All of these games happening concurrently. A little bit of a semicircle built around all of these courts, so you can kind of eyeball the action on all of them if you'd like to. Congratulations and thank you to Aaron Candler, Jesse Hempy for running this bad boy. A couple points available now for Jeremiah. All he has to do is step up and take them. I know exactly what he's saying because I heard him say it earlier about Sebastian and Riley. Oh, and Trey does him an absolute solid right there, trying to get that roll in between them, I think. So a 12-on-8 puts 4 into the good column for Jeremiah. Blauvelt holding his own against Sebastian right now, down 6-4. That one is ticking. That one might have put out the fuse, unless he decides to go high and try to pull all 3. Oh, they were just put in a much better position now. He is going to try to do just that. Kicks one off the back, so he's looking at a 5 right now, a 9-on-5. Could Trey make this a 12-on-5 and take 7 points? He does, and he leaves those bags pinched. Actually, Jeremiah put that bag up the 1 o'clock position in a worse spot for himself. So that's going to be a monster frame for Trey, no pun intended. 12-on-10, first bag back, round 9 underway. Sebastian out 8-4 over Drew Blauvelt. Richard Jones jumping all over Daniel Wine, 14-4 right now. Dustin Arant doing the same thing right now to Micah Johnson, 12-0. Double 4 bagger makes a nice little walk down the way. While they do that, congratulations again to Grayson Valencia, Bryce Jefferson, McKenna Kopp, Tony Pena, winning Juniors Challenger Premier Women's and Seniors respectively. Blind draw from Monster, David Cox, Miguel Valencia, Sebastian Barger, and Kennedy Meineke took down co-ed here in Toledo. Jason Anderson, Lindy Blevins, John Jones, and Todd Gammon combined for the blind draw quads, and Devin Workman and Devin Thompson, doubles partners, were drawn in the blind draw and ended up taking the blind draw. Daniel Wine and Travis Jordan took doubles earlier from Darren Zastro and Brandon Earls. And pretty soon here we will have tier winners and a singles champion being crowned on center courts in Toledo. And that is just an ugly, ugly frame right there for Jeremiah Ellis. A 12-on-8 is going to cost him another 4 spot. Drew Blauvelt hanging in there, 8-7. Sebastian Barger in the lead. Richard Jones up 16-6 over Daniel Wine. Jeremiah Ellis, as you see here, down 16-10. And Dustin Arant over Micah Johnson, 14-4. Trey Brown in danger of giving it all back right here, or at least 4 of them. We'll I've seen him make some pretty great gather shots, though, so we'll see if he set himself up to do that. Nice roll bag there that, if nothing else, adds a little weight to the task at hand. Slick side down, coming in hot, builds the wall. So 7 on 4 right now. How risky does he want to go? Up and over. Oh, and he tries it. So, yep, that's a 7 on 4, I do believe. Yes, sir. Ellis adds 3 to his tally. Let's see who's out there checking things out here. Harold Oxier Jr., let's go, baby. Good to see you on here. Ellis needs to turn his hat around, says Chris Saxer. We've had this argument before. Well, not argument, but discussion about the direction of the hat completely dictating how he plays. Glad to have you watching. If you're checking us out here on the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, share the content. Throw us a thumbs up if you like it. I don't know how you couldn't. It's been fantastic to watch. Drew Blauvelt now a point out in front of Sebastian Barger, 9-8. Richard Jones still on top of Daniel Wine, 17-6. Arant up 14-4 over Micah Johnson, drawing the last few frames. And Trey Brown just death by 1,000 cuts here, picking up another couple off of Jeremiah Ellis. Arant up 16-4 over Johnson now. Drew Blauvelt extends his lead over Sebastian Barger, 13-8. And again, this is a one-and-done game right here. Whoever loses this game, their weekend is over. Richard Jones continuing to tack onto his tally, 17-8 over Daniel Wine. Going to go in hot. Oh, and he missed it. He just almost caught the front of the board. It's going to cost him another couple. Is it Jeremiah? He's put Trey on 20. We just talked about this point. Sitting on 20 and only 14 rounds into this one. Setting a land speed record for 14 rounds. Now the loser of this game not out of it. They'll drop down into the loser's bracket, have an opportunity to fight their way back. Is double a limb. Will be a double dip situation when we get to the championship game. So plenty of cornhole still to go here, just this side of 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, one of each drops down under. Opportunity to come in and push through and grab 2. Opportunity missed on that bag, but still one left to go for Jeremiah. Gone ahead and got it cleaned up for him. Just put it up the middle to pick up a couple, and he does just that. He wasn't too sure about it. The bag didn't seem like it wanted to go do anything either. Drew Blauvelt now opened up a 14-8 lead over Sebastian Barger. Richard Jones up 18-8 over Daniel Wine. Micah Johnson down 19-4 to Dustin Arant, and you see what's happening right before your very eyes here on center court. Trey Brown looking to slam the door on a compadre from the Columbus area and a king of cornhole. Nice smooth delivery. Side by side, a little bow tie built. Right up the middle. There it is, stuffs it up. Getting up there to try to clean it up. He knows he's got this one. Does he have enough in there to grab that bag to the side, or? Oh, that's going to make it tough. That's a fantastic shot by Trey. Coming in hot to blow it all up. One in, one off. If Trey, all he has to do is that right there, and he takes it. He's going to bounce Jeremiah down to the bottom half of this bracket, 21-15. Right now, Dustin Arant sits up on top of Micah Johnson, 19-4. Drew Blauvelt 14-10 over Sebastian Barger. And Richard Jones, 21-8, finishes Daniel Wine's tournament. Daniel had a great tournament, as a matter of fact, taking doubles with Travis Jordan earlier this afternoon around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So Jeremiah Ellis will take on the winner of Drew Blauvelt and Sebastian Barger. Richard Jones will take the loser of number 7, and that would be the Dustin Arant Micah Johnson game. Arant holds a 19-4 lead right there. Yeah. So Dustin Arant trying to figure out if he's got enough left in the tank to grab these last couple of points. Just bounced one off the left side right there. So 19-8 is now 19-13 over Micah Johnson. Trey Brown awaits the winner, so there's a chance that if Micah makes the comeback, he and Trey, doubles partners, will play against one another for the king seat game. Right now, Drew Blauvelt holds a slim lead, 14-13 over Sebastian Barger. The winner of that one walks into a frustrated and perhaps a little irritated Jeremiah Ellis. Richard Jones awaits the loser of Arant and Johnson. Watching the two of them come back towards me. Arant leaves one up on the back porch. Looks like he's dropped one down under. Dustin Arant matches. It's kind of hard to see the drink towers right in front of my field of vision. So all I know is there's one sitting up on the back side of the board, and I'll know once the score is entered in here, but I do think that's going to be a couple more for Micah Johnson. The winner of that game and Trey Brown will be here on center court. So 19-13. Dustin holding that lead over there. Drew Blauvelt still holds a 14-13 lead over Sebastian Barger, with Jeremiah Ellis awaiting the winner of that game. Depending upon how it falls, don't know if I'll get to see a Drew Blauvelt game here, even if he beats Sebastian in this one, because that one may be taking place while we're running out of the winner's bracket, which is just fine. I'm sure the day will come if he's beating the door down this early, this often, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of Drew Blauvelt to be found on center court. Taters exchange down there as the score tally is entered in there. That leaves Dustin up 19-13 over Micah. That one continues to be a little bit of a slugfest. Drew still holds a single penny point advantage over Sebastian, 14-13, as they work their way back this way. First bag from Sebastian drops. First from Drew, lays low. I think he just ran through them both at Sebastian. One's sitting now up on its side from Drew. It's hard to see. Sebastian didn't seem happy with it, so that tells me that it's stuck up front. Drew didn't seem happy with that follow-up bag either. May have to stand up on my chair. Dustin Arant just sideboards one. That's certainly going to change things up a little bit on the scoreboard. Sebastian pacing about, not happy with his final bag there. Drew takes the last bag, comes in hot, and stacks it up. Doesn't get anything to fall there. So right now, Dustin Arant, he sideboards one, but still sitting on 20. So had the opportunity to finish that one off, it looks like, if I'm guessing, which I am. I can keep an eye on this one. Sebastian puts one out left. Drew coming right up the middle and places a center blocker right in front of the hole. Sebastian does what Sebastian does, rolls right up and over it. Drew comes in and pushes both of them into the hole tight. Both look like they are planning to head downstairs. Sebastian has to determine how much he wants to be involved in that. Oh, and he pinches his bag up and leaves one in left field. Drew has the opportunity to come in and sink his, and he does. He sinks all three of them. Sebastian got to come in here and come in hot. And this could be a 12 on 8. So could that be a 4 spot? And will that do it? Oh, no, it was the 4 spot to get him to 18. I'm sorry. I thought he had the 18 prior. All right, 18-17. It's a dogfight. And I'll tell you, Micah Johnson not going away quietly. 20 to 13. Dustin holds the 7-point advantage. Tried to get one up and over. Stuck up on top of the pile. Micah comes in and cleans all of that up from what I can tell. Dustin wants to take a timeout, go down and see what it's going to take for him to nail the final nail into this one. Again, the loser drops down to take on Richard Jones. Jeremiah Ellis awaiting the winner of Drew Blauvelt and Barger. Drew up 18-17. Timeout by Drew, wants to go down and take a look. Sebastian resists the urge to slam the bag he has in his hand down on the board and deposits it lightly on said board. Man, Drew, he's a teeny tiny fellow, man. How old is he? 10? I didn't even know we made jerseys that size. Coming in, coming over up the top, and he gets a couple of them to drop down in there. And he smokes it. Is that it? Did he take it? I think he did. How about that? Sebastian Barger just offered the tater, threw the back down. And that is it. So Drew Blauvelt takes down the reigning king of Cornhole, and he will face off against a previous king of Cornhole with a 21-17. Fantastic showing over a guy who had a pretty great weekend, whether he'll admit it or not, Sebastian Barger. So right now, Jeremiah Ellis and Drew Blauvelt are going to do battle as Dustin Arant still tries to finish off Micah Johnson at 20-13. Watching the two of them go long, a double 12. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll get it over here. We'll take that game. We'll get Drew Blauvelt and Jeremiah Ellis. Old school and the newest of schools, no reason to make you wait. If we can get a game pulled over here, we will do that game. And it'll be a first opportunity for me to check out Drew. All the chairs are now being moved over to center court. So Trey and the winner of the Dustin Arant Micah Johnson game will take place on another board and working, and that will be a king seat game unless we decide to wait on it. We'll see what happens here with the scoring, but we'll take a look at this Jeremiah Ellis Drew Blauvelt game because we do think there will be a lot of interest in that for you. Let's take a look and see who's. Yeah, this says Chris. This match happens often at the ACO regionals in Columbus. I have a feeling a lot of these do because, as Jeremiah was saying, all these players. I think he said 4 of the 8 coming out of his region. So it's not something you haven't seen. So we'll get Jeremiah and Drew over here on center court, I do believe. Is that right? Is that what we determined? All right, Micah Johnson making the fight, 20-15. We got Drew Blauvelt stepping up here out of the blue lane, coming in as the reseeded number 8 out of 8. Jeremiah comes in as the reseeded number 3. Dustin coming in as the reseeded number 1. These guys will get their warm-up tosses in. You'll get a chance to take the first solid center court look at the purple jersey wearing Drew Blauvelt. I want to go back here and find out exactly what it is he's won. He's won a So Drew Blauvelt, as I go back and dig through some stats here, was our singles champion in Clarksville, Tennessee. But his first purple jersey, he's wearing that major championship jersey right there. Where is he? In here. I know he's in here. His first purple jersey came in La Crosse, Wisconsin when he won the juniors division, but he has since come out and won the Clarksville Major outright and the Peoria Major outright. So a 2-time singles champion. Could he repeat or three-peat right here in Toledo? We shall see. Dustin Arant still fighting Micah Johnson. Does anybody want to win that game? Oh, he did. Dustin finally able to pull that one off, 21-15. So he and Trey Brown will fight for the king seat. That match will take place right after this one on center court. So we'll slow things down just a touch so you can see the king seat match. Nice weekend had by Micah Johnson. He can sit and cheer on his doubles partner, Trey Brown. That match, like I said, will be coming up here on center court for the king seat in a moment. Richard Jones and Micah Johnson now. Actually, I take that back. Yeah, Micah could find his way back to the championship. If Trey gets the king seat, it could be doubles partner against doubles partner. So right now, Drew Blauvelt going to come in hot, clean it up. Nicely done. Tater exchanged. All right, so the vibe bag's coming out of the right paw of Jeremiah Ellis. Neither one of these guys takes too much time to think or overthink a shot. Obviously, you see that early on with Drew. Man, has he got it dialed in. He knows exactly that distance from where his release point is. Wow. A little bit off to the right there. Jeremiah will take advantage of that. So Drew took the early lead, donated 2 back to Jeremiah. They'll gather their bags and go again. It's much easier to get his little hand down through that hole to pick those bags up and get them out. Good kid, man. I'm so glad to see the future of cornhole in such good hands. This is just a rapid-fire festival of dynamics. And that right there, not what Jeremiah was hoping for. He's going to just give those 2 points right back. Should Drew be able to finish up the middle, and he does it. Oh, he donates that back. He just throws his hands up in the air like he just don't care. He's too young to be that mad, I guess. Not enough life experience to understand true anger. It's all right, baby. I love it. I love it. First bag out of the hand of Jeremiah Ellis. Leaves it just a touch right. Drew will take advantage of that. Kisses it, bullies it just a touch. But Jeremiah knows how to pick that one up time and time again, which he'll probably do here if Drew doesn't do it for him. Run through all of this right now. Clean it up. Yes, sir. If you're still watching, let me know. We're getting down to it. This is the good stuff, the goodest of the gooder stuff. Let me know where you're watching from. What do you know about what do you know? Double four bagger, Slancha. Bit of shake and bake movement right there. A little jam session right around the hole. Drew throwing, looks like CBCs. I'm not sure which line. We go ahead and just minimize the damage there. Offers two up to Jeremiah. How risky does Jeremiah want to be this early on? Well, he came in hot. Unfortunately, left one sitting up high. Got to be very careful with that one. We're going to go for the and one here. Nope, just going to go in and take the two that are given to him. The Kings are heckling one another now. Jeremiah Ellis getting an earful right now, and a big uh-oh from Craig Irvin as that 10-8 puts Blauvelt back on top with the first bag. He just throws his shoulders up like, I don't know. I guess I'm leading. I don't know. Blocker did its job. Come in there and front block, back block, whatever you think. Is a hot dog a sandwich? That's all you need to know. Nice shot there to blow it up. He's like, how did I not get that third bag? Come on. How did I not get it? All right. Nice little lane built for him right up the middle, which he uses. Now, Jeremiah, we know he can go in there and get more than one of these, and this time he's not able to do that, so he's going to give two back, or two more to the tally sheet of Master Drew Blauvelt, Esquire. Round 9 commences. Kale Invest, good evening. Hope you're ready for some long matches. 26 rounds this game, you think, watching from Table Rock Lake, Missouri, man. Also, we need to make sure we have all the details about the welcome bash when we get there. I think I saw it in listed in Scoreholio, but if you've got any graphics or anything we can share, we'll certainly put those out. Trying to work a deal just on food and beverage and things like that for players to head over to Full Throttle Distilling. But as far as a welcome bash goes, the ability to get out there and play, we're gonna come looking for you. Trey Brown wins it all, says Buck Street Care. What up, Finn? Says Matt Davis. Batman, is that you? Bruce Wayne? Asheville, Ohio, supporting the Asheville Cornhole League players. There's a bunch of them. Watching from the van on the ride home after my loss, says Christopher Johnson. It's all right, just be safe, man. That's all we ask. We want to see you at the next one. Nice pickup right there from Ellis, who needs a little pick-me-up right now, down by 1. Blauvelt comes in to wash. Oh, and he misses, spins out on the backside. So another lead change right here. Ah, using the government name. I got you. I was just making sure. Sometimes Matt Davis 3203 gets in the chat and messes me up, so I just had to make 100% sure. All right, double 4 bagger, Slancha. Social, I got nothing left. I'm parched, I got nothing. No drinky drink. I'll just gargle some saliva, how about that? That's how we'll do our social. I'm not 100% sure this is my water. I think I brought it down here, but I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna drink it because there have been people eyeballing me all day, calling me a bad luck charm or telling me how sexy I am and I don't wanna get roofied. Okay, one of those things isn't happening. One of those decided to vibe up there in left field. Minimize the damage. Drew takes 2 here if he puts it in, and he does this time. He's not spinning it out wild up on the corner of the hole, so another lead change, and Drew Blauvelt will take the first bag back as we head into now round 13. Things starting to quiet down a little bit around the house. Still some tier play happening, I do believe. Nice arrowhead blocker there. Drew going to come up and over that one. Yep. Oh, and look at that. He tried for the gusto right there. Kicks one in. Kicks one off. Drew missed a wide open opportunity right there. Oh my. So that's going to be a 10 on 7. Yes, sir. All right, Drew Blauvelt holds a 12-8 advantage. Finn, what's your email? Finn@AmericanCornhole.com. I believe you've already sent me some stuff there, but just double check. Take a good look at this bracket right now. Micah Johnson and Richard Jones are battling 14-9. Johnson in the lead. And again, we're holding off to that king seed game, so you'll see that here on center court after this game. Micah Johnson fighting his way back, starting in the reseeded top part of the final 8 bracket, but now fighting Richard Jones. Double 4 bagger leaves it at 12 on 8. CBC versus Vibe here on center court. See Cisco Garza from Ruthless Bags over there. Gathered up all of his camping gear, getting ready to head out. And thanks again to all of our bag partners who were here over the course of the major weekend. IMF, Mad Dog, BW Cornhole, Breaking Records, Dude Cornhole, NFQ, Killer Bees. A little bit of mess up in the middle there. Yes. How do you say stick it without saying stick it right there? I don't know. Drew, I don't know. Oh, an 8 on 6. Uh-huh. All right, so that cuts the lead and turns things back over to Jeremiah for the first bag. 12-10, round 16. Nice cleanup all the way around there by Drew. And I'll tell you something, not an ounce of center court jitters in this young man in the least. Obviously with 2 singles divisions under his belt and added to his purple jersey plus a juniors division championship, he has seen his share of center court pressure and handled it with style and aplomb. Very curious to watch his cornhole career continue. I'd be also curious to know a little bit more about what other sports, if any, he has had a fascination with over the course of his developmental years. Up the middle. Oh, dang. Oh, there's an opportunity there. Is he going to go up and try to get it? No. Just kick one in. Take 2. Thank you very much. Put me on 14, please, sir. Thank you. Hey, don't mix up your drinks down there in the drink stand, Drew. Somebody's slowing their roll just a little bit here, I think. A little head game, possibly. Richard Jones down 19-13 to Micah Johnson over on court 3. Oh, boy, and that one just hung the backside of the hole. Oh, and huge favor done and a huge favor returned, actually, right there. Nice airmail there, but he's not able to get the piggyback drag. Drew just going to run through all of it to clean it up. Oh, and he gives a gift to Ellis, who takes advantage of that. He takes the bow off of it, says, thank you so much. I'll take that wash. Micah Johnson up 19-13 over Richard Jones. As I mentioned, there is a chance we could see doubles partners squaring off for the singles championship if Trey Brown and Micah Johnson both advance. Trey's got Dustin Arant here on center court for the king seat match following this one. Nope. As soon as it came out of his hand, nope. Got a bunch of eyeballs on this one here from the Toledo Glass City Center. Glad to have you here for the fun. What a weekend it has been. Oh, and he snuck it in as that bag just hung there on the back. That CBC logo is clearly evident now as Jeremiah Ellis inches back towards a tie ball game here. Blauvelt holds a 14-12 advantage. Oh boy. And that right there is exactly what he and I were talking about when we were sitting here together on the commentary. One just hops up on the runway and just splits and takes off. He was talking about how much faster he felt like the boards were playing. Drew not real happy with that, didn't seem to understand. He threw it. I'm not sure what he didn't understand about it. Cool as the proverbial cucumber, however. I haven't seen a lot of trickery coming from his right hand. Little roll bag up and over, and he gets that to go. That's very nicely done. When you're used to being the one doing it to somebody else, you do have to stand and take a pause when it gets done to you. An 8-on-5 puts Drew on 17. It's fantastic. And I tell you, too, Jeremiah having the opportunity, and the first time we were here in Toledo, I think he drew his son in the blind draw, so they got to play together. And I know there's nothing more that he wants to do than to share this with his kids. So I know this is a pretty cool opportunity right here for these two to square off on center court. Oh, he's got to get that one up there. He'll take another 2 out of that, puts him on 19. Drew Blauvelt takes the 10 on 12, 12 on 10, and 19 to 12. Richard Jones has fallen to Micah Johnson, 21 to 17. So that advances Micah now through the losers bracket, one step closer to a possible match in the final with his doubles partner, Trey Brown. The king seat match will happen right at the conclusion of this one, which could be any moment now, depending upon what Jeremiah is able to pull out of his bag of tricks and what Drew is committed to going after. He is showing no fear whatsoever. Put it in, force the issue. That's exactly what he's done. Oh, it's not going to do it. That's going to take Drew Blauvelt to the next level. Nicely done. Hands up in the air, doesn't understand how he did it. I don't know how I got here. What did I do? What is happening to me? I just don't know. The Ronins, you think that's what they are? I would imagine so. I've seen Ronins out here a handful of times over the course of the weekend, boss. So Drew Blauvelt will advance to take on Micah Johnson. But first things first, we have to have Dustin Arant and Trey Brown out here for the king seat game, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So will they play that other game on the other court? They'll go ahead and play that elsewhere. All right, so we had our chance to see Drew. Drew and Micah will play across the way, and Dustin Arant and Trey Brown will fight for the king seat here on center court in mere moments. Drew Blauvelt may be earning himself a new nickname, Jamie Lannister. There's another version of that character in use, but if you know, you know. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, as Dustin Arant and Trey Brown get ready to take to the Kings game. It is kind of funny now. The center court chairs again are getting turned to an angle where you can put one eye. You can go full Cash Patel. You can watch one game over there with one eye, and you can watch one over here with the other one. So Drew Blauvelt takes down Sebastian Barger to get to Jeremiah Ellis. Takes down Jeremiah Ellis to get to Micah Johnson. Former always and future king Craig Irvin. Nothing he can do but watch. The same with Eric Zockline, although he had himself a pretty nice weekend running through singles. He had a good showing. I think he's got to be proud of that. It was good to see he and the Missus, who we used to call her the Missus, but now she is legally the Missus. Andrea Zockline. Happy for the two of them, tying the knot on a relationship 14 years in the making. All right, so let's get these current games up and running. Drew Blauvelt, Micah Johnson on court 3. Center court here. They have pressed play and getting ready to get underway. It seems like I say this every single major I'm at. First bag from Dustin Arant. This one does have the potential to run deep. These guys both like to take a deliberate approach to the hole, though Dustin, as we've discussed, his is half as deliberate as it used to be. All right, those first couple are going to come at the expense of Dustin Arant. Trey Brown's going to put the first two on the board with a 12 on 10. Dustin's bag pinched up there in the top left arc of the hole and did not seem to want to let go. Drew Blauvelt out to an early 2-0 lead over Micah Johnson. Trey having a tough time holding the center of the board there. Is Dustin going to be able to cut right to left? Yes, he is. Coming in trying to collect. Nice movement there on that bag, using bag number 3 to put bag number 2 in a better spot. Dustin will go ahead and clean that up for him. I thought he might, whether he wanted to or not, but Trey should be able to finish that job, and he does. So he's just got one hanging out left side. Is Dustin going to be able to take advantage of a pretty much a wide open hole? Yes, he is. We saw him struggle a little bit over there on court 4 earlier, trying to slam the door on Micah, but ultimately was able to pull it off, getting to 21. Micah's put a point up on Drew now, so it's 2-1. Drew Blauvelt over Micah Johnson. See if I can find a result for the singles down in Camp Margaritaville. Looks like maybe they're still going at it down there. Seeing Tier 2, Tier 5, 4, and 3, but not seeing a singles winner just yet. So the fun in the sun has gone and run a little bit long. Nice cleanup there by Dustin. Knotted at 2. Trey's just got to maintain that middle of the board. Dustin going to run through this. I don't think he'll back block it. Yeah, just run it. In for the push, and we got the push. Dustin Arant, Trey Brown knotted at 2. Drew Blauvelt up 2-1 over Micah Johnson. This is the king seat game you're watching here on center court. The winner of this game will have to be double dipped by the reseeded player in the final 8 coming out of the bottom half of the bracket. Of course, you probably already know that, but it never hurts to remind you. Never hurts to remind me. Trey not going to mess with the chase on that one. No, I did not know that. Trey's throwing the bullseye marksman bags. Good to know. 12-10 though puts Dustin out front now, 4-2, doubles up that lead. Drew Blauvelt now finds himself down 6-2 to Micah Johnson. Looks familiar, but that one also looks a little bit more likely to drop. And it did, yes. Oh, and he just leaves it just a little bit light and up front. Puts another deuce in the pocket of Dustin Arant. Micah Johnson still holds a 6-2 lead over Drew Blauvelt. The loser of this game will face the winner of that game. Climbing up towards 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Nearing 7 p.m. on the West Coast. Those of you who are watching in the UK, my guess is you are sawing the proverbial larch. Thank you, Monty Python, for everything. Oh boy, and an opportunity. Oh, I thought that was his last bag. All right, so he's still got a little bit to work with. A great opportunity for him right here for Trey. Is the marksman going to live up to its name? Yes, it is. So Mickey Mouse ears laid off there. That's going to cost him a 4 spot. So, of course, that brings us to a tie. Micah Johnson holds a 9-6 lead over Drew Blauvelt over on court 3. Little position strategy here. Oh, and he does what he wanted to do with that bag. He forced he forced Dustin out into left field with that bag. Come up and try to run through them both and gets them both. That's exactly what he does. A little damage control here. Dustin able to pull an airmail drag to minimize it to 2. Oh, he's just going to go in and try to, oh, he tried to glue them together and drop them both together, and that's going to be a 12-on-6. A 6 spot added to the pocket of Trey Brown. Drew Blauvelt has now taken a 10-9 lead over Micah Johnson as they continue to battle across the way. A battle of wills going on here on center court. Nice bag dead center up the middle. Dustin kind of gives a little flick of the wrist. That's going to be another couple added to the positive side of the ledger for Trey Brown. Again, you heard Jeremiah talking about how many of these players come out of his area. Again, a little bit of a home field advantage perhaps here in Ohio, but we've had multiple states represented both on the courts and in the comments in the stream. Appreciate you, whether you're in Arkansas, Iowa, Missouri, wherever it was you were checking in from. Glad to have you along. We will recap everything from the 2 majors this past weekend, this upcoming Taco Tuesday, as we head out to probably pre-record that and have it set to run Tuesday at noon, because we'll be heading to Canada at that point for Prince Edward Island in Charlottetown. Coming in low and hot to collect. Nice grab right there. 14-6. Trey Brown up over Dustin Arant. Drew Blauvelt still holds a 12-11 advantage right there, and Dustin kicks one out wide in left field. Opportunity to run one up the middle and force him to do something special with that bag coming the outside. He's going to go in there and try to attach him. Last time he tried to do that, he glued them together and they stuck up in the top right corner. Not the case this time. That's what he was trying to do last time. Only cost him a couple there, so 16-6. Trey Brown holding on to that advantage. Blauvelt up 12-11 over Micah Johnson as they continue doing battle across the way. Starting to see a little bit of fatigue, I think, in everybody. This is always a very, very long day with a lot of great play. Blauvelt extends his lead to 14-11 over Micah Johnson. Meanwhile, the proverbial big old pile of mess being built right up here up front, and just got a little extra layer of mortar in it. A couple of extra bricks. Not really a chance that that was going to go roll up and over, but yeah, Trey wants to go down and take a look because there is space in the backside, but he's really going to have to coin slot that if he wants to try to grab one of his bags and drop it and not risk kicking off the back. I mean, he can risk it. He's at 10-point advantage at this point, but it'll be interesting to see what Trey tries to pull off here, having seen what he has seen. Dustin was still a bag to go. Oh, when he hit it hard, he dropped 3 of his bags. Now, right now, if Dustin can get up there, he should be able to pull at least 2 and the one in his hand. He's going to go up and hit it hard, and he's not able to do any of that. So that's going to be a 10 on 4, and that, I believe, is going to do it, if I'm seeing this correctly. Am I seeing it correctly? Yep. All right, well, that's going to do it. Trey Brown, yeah, I did not see the final count, but I think that was a 10 on 4. So that puts Trey Brown right back into a great spot. He will be holding the king seat here in the singles final. Who will be facing off? Could it be a rematch with Dustin Arant? Could it be him versus his doubles partner, Micah Johnson, who is now down 14-13 to Drew Blauvelt? The winner of that game will play Dustin to find out who takes on the king seat holder, that being Mr. Trey Brown. As that game wraps up, I'm going to take a quick break, grab a little something to drink, keep my whistle wetted, and get ready for these last handful of games before we crown a World Singles champ here in Toledo at the ACO Toledo Major. Hang tight. We'll be right back on Center Court.
He know damn well I was in the field. And I was just trying to lay around and just kind of keep it. Yeah, he thought I was in the field. Hey, running off Barger in the pond. Yeah. This is my second tournament with them bags.
Is that it?
Really?
Yeah. Well, I played with them. I practiced with them a little bit of the night in the garage, and my garage floor got kind of dirty, so I washed them. Yeah, he thought I was running off in the pond again. But I'm blessed. Good day. I was blessed to get to win that one. It really feels good. I ain't kidding. Bob's going to kill me. I know he is. But he's got a bad accent. I don't know where he got it at.
This could go on all night if we allowed it.
Well, we can.
All right.
Kathy, Philip wants a pumpkin roll, honey.
Cornhole is more than a game. It's more than a way of life. It's people. It's stories. It's the kind of bond that's built in backyards and tested in tournaments, and sealed with a handshake and a cold beer. At the ACO, family isn't a slogan. It's who we are. And the moment you show up, you're one of us.
The first major we ever came to, and we brought our little ones with us, I had a double stroller. And I love that my kids have grown up in the ACO now. Everybody knows who they are. So it doesn't matter if you're a mom or an aunt, it doesn't matter. You can bring your children here and there's never anything to worry about. My kids now have friends all over the country and they get so excited to be able to see everybody whenever we travel. So watching them grow up and then being in this atmosphere of watching everybody be a family as a whole is one of my favorite parts.
Bring it!
In the land of Cornhole, only one can wear the crown. Make no mistake, this title isn't handed out. It's earned, one bag at a time. Earned in the grind when no one's watching, in the moments that matter. And this year, the new ruler rose. The boards don't lie. The undisputed king has been crowned.
Too, but I feel fucking gross. From the food we've been eating. Yeah, oh no, say. Did it. Back to center court. All right, the die has been cast. Drew Blauvelt will make his way back here to center court to face off against Dustin Arant. The winner of that match will face Trey Brown, who holds the king seat and will need to be double dipped. Arant comes in as the number 1 seed in this new bracket. Blauvelt comes in as the number 8. So get to your Kalshi accounts and start laying your odds, will you? A couple of warm-up tosses and we should be ready to go. I think these guys are plenty warmed up. Right now I think it's probably Trey Brown, and he's just to find some place to, he's just going to sit and watch and enjoy, figure out who it is he's going to have to lay waste to take the championship. And that was a slog. Drew Blauvelt, Micah Johnson over there, 21-17. The final, Micah had the early lead. About midway through, it just started seesawing back and forth a little bit. Drew grabbed control in the mid-teens and stayed there. Down and backs should be about to wrap up. You still watching? Where are you watching from? I'm keeping an eye on the chat here as well. I know there's a handful of you still out there. Yeah, more than a handful, a healthy handful. Don, thank you for a great day of cornhole. I'm sure it's been a long one for you without your sidekick. Much appreciated. No, right on, man. I appreciate it. It's different to do it by myself. It's nice to have a guest in here every so often, but it does give me a chance to kind of connect one-on-one, and it's also much easier on my right shoulder. So if you know, you know. All right, so let's get press play and get underway. That's exactly what's happening right now. Arant, the number 1 seed in the reshuffled bracket, takes the first bag, lets it go. A lot of bags in the hole on this one. I'll be very curious to see who it is that's going to start playing defense. And if you ask me now, I'm going to tell you I think it's Drew. I think Drew plays some defense. He's not just going to be happy going hole for hole until it comes time to force a mistake. I really do think he's going to put Dustin to the test and make him show him what he's got. All right, nicely done, collected with 3 down under. All right, that'll be the first couple. Are we going to have a Drew Blauvelt three-peat for this season, a 3rd singles championship? Got to go back and see where Dustin falls in there. Has he grabbed himself a singles this season? I do not see him listed here. I don't recall. I know he's got to have a purple jersey in here somewhere. Yeah, back at the Legends Major, he and Russell took doubles. Yeah, I knew he had to have one. As this messy pile will be deconstructed. And it will result in another couple added to Drew's tally with an 8 on 6. Landon Young in Michigan watching. Appreciate you, brother. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Love it. CJ, wait for it. Says, just put my boards away. So hopefully you're going to be able to hang out and watch this match and then the final match for the evening and for the tournament. Still waiting to see our singles result come out of Camp Margaritaville. Surprised they haven't pushed a result through just yet. Maybe we just haven't received word. I can probably look. Actually, I know I can look. Let me look down here, Margaritaville. World Singles Main Event. All right, what that's telling me right there is Caleb Bratz, so I'm going to have to go take a double check look here at another source to make sure that I've got it right as these two continue taking roundhouse swings at one another. That's it. Yeah, Caleb Bratz took down Lonnie Campos, who was holding the king seat, beat him in 2, double dipped him 21-2, and what's the rush? 21-12. Drew Blauvelt leaves a couple hanging out to the right, giving Dustin an opportunity to come in and tie the score, which he does. So that'll take us from 4-0 to 4-4. So congratulations to Caleb Bratz. I'll tell you what, unseating Lonnie Campos in a double dip situation, it's pretty solid work right there. So congratulations. We'll see what happens here. Trey Brown still staying warm over there on court 2. Got his cast and crew hanging out with him, keep his spirits up. Ooh, that one left the hand a little tentatively there from Dustin. Leaves it down low, and probably not going to want to mess with that one. Not tied at 4. Doing what he hoped to do before, but Drew knows what to do with that. He's got that roll bag situationally set. Nice push through to clean up, and there's another one. That'll be 2 more in Drew Blauvelt's belt. So again, congratulations to Caleb Bratz for the singles win in Camp Margaritaville, Auburndale, Florida. Little block low left, no sweat off Dustin's brow right there. It's a bag he'll come and devour later. Dustin going to roll right up in between them. I put it up there in a spot for easy collection. Tell you what, Drew is pretty good at building these little brick and mortar walls up here. Now this one will fall. All it takes is a little nudge. Oh my. Well, maybe not now. I still feel like it's going to have to go, and that's Dustin's bag under his CBC. So he's going to come in hot, blow it all up. Tried to kick that one off the back there, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking at right now. Oh, and Dustin comes in hot. All right, now I see what it is. That's going to cost him a couple. That'll be a 10-on-8. I'm going to go ahead and make my appeal to one bag maker. Please, would you just come out with a set of bags that don't look like everybody else's bags? I know you think you are, but somehow these color choices and everything else, they just become dizzyingly similar. Maybe somebody come out with a set of neon bags or something will require them to be used on center court. That would be great, wouldn't it? CBC's holding the back portion of the hole, getting ready to drop downstairs. Yes, sir. Dustin going to have to leave that one alone. Sacrifice 2 back to Drew. Drew takes first bag, 8-6. What a weekend it has been here in Holy Toledo. Glass City Center, always great hosts. Appreciate all of the hospitality, all the different things they made available for our families, friends, and players to take part in. Nice cleanup there by Drew. That one just scooting. It looks like it's just scooting on its own without any urging. Nice cleanup there. Drew stays consistent right to left. Double 4-bagger, 12-on-12. Slancha, social. Take your pick. Let's see what's going on over here in the chat. Anything? You guys talking about anything? Let's find out, shall we? Appreciate you, Landon. Thank you much. Will you be in town? If so, where at? says Johnny Johnson. One of the key elements to that question, Johnny, is, oh, will you all be in Iowa? I thought it said town. Will we be in Iowa? We are not going to be back until construction is finished to the Field of Dreams and we're able to assess whether or not we have a spot to hold the event. We will be releasing big chunks of the season 22 schedule over the next couple of weeks, so we'll be able to fill you in a little bit more over the next couple of weeks. How about that? All right, so 10-6. As the back and forth battle continues, there have been a few of these with Drew Blauvelt involved and a few of these with Dustin Arant involved. So as we explore round 10, I don't think you're going to be able to count on a massive mistake being made by anyone that's going to be more than a couple of points here or there. Now that bag out of play for Dustin. Not going to want to bother chasing it, not going to try to drag it. Just try to ignore it, play through it. Drew will just go up and give it a kiss and say, I'll see you downstairs. Thank you much. Well, actually, I won't. See some of your friends down there. All right, so that'll cost him a couple, but lucky that that didn't hang up on the left side. It would have been a 4 spot. That takes Drew to an even dozen. Joe says, I am from Williamson, New York, and Drew is my cousin, so go Drew. Landon says, I love seeing the kids win. Johnny, we'll let you know, I promise you. If you're ready to play, we're ready to build out even more presence in Iowa. I can't imagine with the amount of corn that is in Iowa that Cornhole hasn't just exploded there, in spite of the fact that corn's not in the bags anymore. Outside of that, nice bag right there from Drew, leaving one on layaway. Dustin going to try to avoid helping him out there, but if he does, so be it. Nice bag by Dustin to get in there and sneak around to the right, put it in for the wash. Oh, and he leaves it hanging out left side, so that's going to cost him a couple, gets him to 14 on 6. A lot of folks in the chat here cheering for Drew, as you might imagine. Trey Brown over staying warm, getting ready to defend that king seat. I think I had said a while back that I thought maybe I would expect Drew to start playing a little bit of defense, but he really has been satisfied just going hole for hole and hoping that possibly Dustin leaves one hanging out like he did there, that he was able to have cleaned up for him by Drew. Another double 4 bagger. Social opportunity. The loadout continues around the room. Thanks again to all of our bag partners who made it out to ply their trade and sell their wares. Destination Toledo, appreciate you as always. Entire cast and crew here from the ACO. Shortly after 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Bama Paul says, I'm going to claim Drew as my cousin. I will make sure he knows you were rooting for him. I'm sure he knows. Good kid sporting that purple jersey on 3 separate occasions. He'll take that one. Dustin's got one kind of crumbled up there at the 1 o'clock position. Whatever he does here is probably going to put Drew's bag in the hole. Oh, and it doesn't, so that's going to leave it sit up there. Well, ultimately it would have been the same result, a 2-spot difference, so Drew jumps out now to a 16-6 lead. Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, proud to be your connection to center court here at the Glass City Center all weekend long. My partner in crime, I say that figuratively. Well, Philip Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, been down in Camp Margaritaville soaking up all the vitamin D. I don't know that he was doing any streaming from down there. I think I was streaming for 2. And Drew leaves one a little bit loose. Will he decide to go chase that out of his bag of tricks? Again, I've not seen him play enough to know if he's got it, but he's made some pretty good ones. Opportunity now for Dustin to pick a couple back up, and he does just that. 12 on 10. Don Day throwing a shout out to CBC. Great company bags, guys. Love the Ronins. Bring it home, Drew. Round 15 being explored right now. See Craig Irvin still over there hanging about. Loitering around center court, as are many fans of both Dustin and Drew. Russell Tabers bookending the other end of center court. How old is Drew? That's a good question. I want to say 10, 11. Gets one up and over the top there. That's a 12 on 8. That puts Drew on 20. How will this point come? Will he create it or will it be donated? A little defense there as expected, but we know that Dustin's got that left to right shot. He can find that hole. No worries. And he does just that. Gives a little nudge for Drew. Drew can come in and clean it all up, which is what he does. Now the biggest problem for Dustin is dealing with a wide open board and hole. And he does so with style. The problem lays out there for Drew. Dustin can put it in here, get to double digits, take first bag back, which he does. So that'll be a 12 on 10, takes it to 20 to 10. Are those his parents in the back? How is he so calm? I don't know. I'm telling you that he's new to me. I've not been to any of the tournaments that he has been to and conquered. So this is as new to me as it is to you, other than reading his name off of a list and seeing a occasional winner's photo. I've never gotten to see him play, never met his crew. So this is a first for me. Dustin has one out of play that he's going to have to hope gets matched by Drew, and all Drew has to really do, oh, well, it's not that. All he had to do was set himself up to run through, because that bag on the left is not coming back. Nice pickup right there, dead straight up the middle. That's what he wanted to set up for, even though that blocker was in place. Wanted to get set up for that. Confident in that one going in, so he's got a 10 on 9. Donates a penny back to Dustin. Go down there and collect his bag. Like I said, is he going to earn it or is he going to have it donated to him? Johnny says he only needs the 1 point. Come on, Drew. Joe says that's not his parents in the back. I don't believe so. I think I saw another Blauvelt jersey around here somewhere earlier today. And I think he may be directly across from me, so. But I do not know for sure. Level head on that kid. Somebody sponsor him. I do believe CBC has already snapped him up. Hence the Ronins that he's throwing. And throwing quite well, I might add. Nice replacement bag there. Run through. And save for the double 4-bagger. Nicely done. Drew plays out of Minnesota. Is that right? Did I get that right? It's my ignorance about him is really quite remarkable. Nice cleanup there. Dustin doesn't seem to be feeling any of the pressure that might come with a 20-11 deficit. He's been in a bunch of these games a whole lot of times. Drew is going to be in a whole bunch of these games a whole lot of times. Oh, and this could be it. This could be the ticket to the finals. And it is. It drops in. Drew Blauvelt takes out Dustin Arant now, and he will face off against Trey Brown in the finals. Going to have to be a double dip situation. Goodness gracious, what a finish. Nicely done, bud, and well played, Dustin Arant. Trey Brown, here he comes, baby. Coming in to find out who he will face, and he will be facing Drew Blauvelt, who wants to go grab himself a little something to drink or maybe get rid of something he did drink before he gets started. So, Trey versus Drew, Brown versus Blauvelt. The main event. Are you ready? Trey's been prepping and staying warm here for the last 45 minutes. Drew Blauvelt steps up and has been running through kings and others like a hot knife through something very cold. And here we go. Take a moment while we wait for Drew to reemerge. Remind you of all of our winners from the day, or from the weekend. Grayson Valencia took the juniors challenger. Bryce Jefferson defended his king seat. For the juniors premier division, McKenna Kopp double-dipped Toledo. She was our double-dip winner of women's, the first Toledo major, and again, this particular major. Tony Pena stepped up and double-dipped as well to take the seniors championship, the monster blind draw. David Cox, Miguel Valencia, Sebastian Barger, and Kennedy Meineke walked away with the co-ed win. Daniel Wine and Travis Jordan took down Darren Zastro and Brandon Earls. For doubles earlier today, Rich Kyle, Kevin Nelson took Tier 5 in doubles. Jared Carter and Mike Powers. Tier 4, Parker Denon and Steve Engbretson. How about that? Taking Tier 3, Joe Sorrell and Trey Ritchie taking Tier 2. And I know I've got some singles tier information here somewhere. Yeah, singles Tier 5, it was Mike Heer Jr. throwing the vibes. Trey Ritchie won singles Tier 2, throwing the state 31 bags out of Indiana. Tier 3, it was Rick Sturgill throwing Big Daddy Cornhole, an Ohio boy. Tier 4, it was Tim Berger, DFB bags. And Tier 5, oh no, I already got to that. So there you go, now you know. And now we have to find out who is going to take home the hardwood and the big check for the singles division. Will it be an added patch on Drew Blauvelt's already purplest of purple jerseys? Trey Brown, I do not know. Let me go back here and look and see. I don't know if you have a purple jersey or if this would be your first. And I love seeing purple jerseys this late into the season. I love it, I love it, I love it. Because you just never know. All right, I am not seeing one here on my search, so this would be his first, and what a first it would be. So Trey Brown comes in as the number 2 seed. Drew in the reshuffled bracket, the number 8, but he's laid waste to 2 kings, and the number 1 seed has Drew Blauvelt. So they have pressed play, and we are underway. Johnny and William and a host of others. Bill Lorman. Seen a few Bill bags thrown here this weekend, Bill. Throwing the CBC Ronins. He has been on fire, has Drew Blauvelt. We talked about him on the taco. I said, sight unseen, everything I'm reading and hearing about this guy, he could be a king of cornhole. Walking out of Owensboro, Kentucky, who knows? First couple points go right into his pocket with a 12 on 10. And again, it's a double dip situation, so if he beats Trey, all he's got to do is do it again. And at this point, I am just going to put away my technology and use the cameras God gave me. To enjoy this one. I think this is going to be a beauty. We've made mention of the fact that Trey throws very deliberately. Drew throws probably a little more quickly, but he makes his decision as to where he wants to set up and deliver from very confidently and quickly. But that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that he is rushing his bag. And right now, the pressure of center court seems to be falling more squarely on the shoulders of Trey Brown. Although Drew let that one a little bit loose out there on the back porch. Oh, a nice attempt at the airmail drag. Lucky to hold that damage down to 2. That could have been a 4 spot, and he also could have evened it out at a wash. But I do like the way Trey plays because he plays aggressively. He is not afraid to go for that airmail drag. We saw him do it a number of times. No fear whatsoever in the doubles competition. Drew looks over and takes a quick peek at the scoreboard. Knows what he has to do here. Just kind of dirty it up a little bit, make it a little tougher on Trey. Bill, you know, how old is Drew? Somebody was asking. Somebody told me that I thought he was 10. Is that right? Oh. Well, no guts, no glory there. With 2 sitting up top, 3 of Drew's sitting up top. He's going to go up top, and he tries to pull one off, leaves it off the backside. All he has to do is board this one for the push. He's going to go up top again. He's going to try. Oh, and he kicks one of Drew's in and kicks his off. So now that's going to be a 5 on 2. So a 3 spot puts Drew up 7-0. He's 12. Okay. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Jenna Blauvelt. How would you know? Did you already put 12 up there somewhere and I missed it? I'm sorry if that's why there's so many exclamation points behind that. Christopher says he's 9. He's not 9. I trust someone whose last name is Blauvelt to tell me how old he is. Nice bag run up the middle. Trey should be able to step out and collect here. Force the issue for Drew to do. Oh, pinched himself up just a little bit. Now he's going to have to try another one of those airmail drags. Oh, man, it just made it much more difficult. Just maybe a little more back power. He would have dripped that thing in there and pulled off 4, but he's going to pull off 2 as it stands. He's 12. That's my nephew, says Jenna. So many Blauvelts in this world. Who really knows? Yes. It's right up there with Smith and Jones. Hey, just taking a guess. Well, look, 9, 10, 11, or 12, it doesn't matter. Remarkable would be his age. He is cool as a cucumber, this one. Forcing the issue at every throw. Cutting it right to left there. Oh, he's not, probably not going to be super happy about that when I see some walleye fans stepping in here to see what's going on. Toledo played last night against Fort Wayne Comets, won 3-2 in overtime. I don't know if they had a game tonight. I think if it was necessary, there was going to be one. There was going to be one at 7:15 with the puck drop there. All right, so an 8-on-6 puts the first 2 points in the pocket of Trey Brown. Nicely done. And again, he sits in the king seat, so he has the benefit of taking this first game to really assess Drew's game. I've seen him do that. I haven't seen him play much, but I've seen him do that a lot. He turned away as if to say, I didn't really want to do that, but honestly, I don't think I'd want to be Trey right now. I mean, it's just probably the plan just come in hot and take it all. Oh, wow. He was able to flip both of Drew's bags upside down. Oh, and he just gave it a little nudge, too. This could be a big round for Trey. Go in there and try to grab them both. Oh, he did. He got them both. Right now, he's looking at a 12-on-3. That's going to be a 12-on-6, so a 6-pot puts him right back into the hunt on game one. So 9-on-8. Drew, I got some snickerdoodles waiting for you. What about me? I want some. I will tell you the one thing that does not seem to be an issue for Drew is any fatigue. I don't see really Trey or Drew showing any sign of physical or mental fatigue, so they are coming in sharp. Boy, he is just jamming it up in the middle. Come in and unplug that drain. Yeah, just kind of replugged it. Oh, and sits up high. So that's going to be, let's see, an 8-on-6. Yep. All right. Trey Brown now takes first bag and takes the lead. I will not be getting over the intercom to make any such announcement. I'm sure he feels it in the universe. Nice collection there from Trey. And again, it's a one and done for Trey Brown. If he finishes this game off, he will be our singles champion and grab that first purple jersey of season 21. Got that Ohio State champion. I'm sure he was rock solid in season 20 to take that Ohio State championship jersey. Again, Jeremiah Ellis kind of giving us a little bit of inside scoop on everything happening with those in his regional area. I think 4 of the final 8 come out of the greater Columbus area. He doesn't understand why that thing is staying pinched up there. I don't either, to be honest with you. The Trey knows what to do with it. Make it a little bit tougher to get. There it goes. Nice finish right there. Equally matched and met. Double 12s. Another push. And again, don't forget what I was telling you. We turn right around and head off to PEI Charlottetown, Canada. Next weekend, we will be in the Eastlink Center as we were a handful of months back. This time surrounded by a food truck festival, live music, arts and crafts festival, stuff for the kids, casino, racetrack, ice hockey rink, all attached to the Eastlink Center, and a port of call for cruise ships not that far down the road either. It is just a fascinating town and a very cool place to hang out. They had a great street festival that we went to the last time we were there, so there's always something you can find to do there in PEI as these guys just continue to glue the hole shut. Who wants to go in there and try to bust it up? Not Trey. And not Drew. So it'll be a 4-on-4, a PPR killer, but it doesn't matter. It pushes him to the next frame with Trey holding on to that single point lead. So anyway, PEI will head there for the Canada Classic ACO Major, and then we turn around right after that and head to Branson, Missouri for the final major of season 21. It includes the 4th of 5 Pro Series skins challenges, so we expect a gaggle of pros to come down to try to qualify for that final bracket. The winner gets cash and a big old wooden trophy. All right, what's he going to do? Is he going to come in and take a chance and try to bust it up? No, he's going to leave it be. I don't know that he had the juice behind it that he was hoping for, hoping to maybe jar that one loose on the left. So a 10-on-8 will give Trey another 2-point cushion. Appreciate all of those who have been on the stream throughout the course of the day. A whole bunch of you watching right now. Love it. Live from the Glass City Center and Center Court. Drew coming in to jam it up again. Man, I'll tell you this. He must love peanut butter because he's got the jam. Trey says, all right, 2 can play at that game. Do we see a roll bag coming here to try to come in over that side? I don't see him trying to come in hot. Risk kicking it off. Well, he tried to roll it up there and it got hung up on the left side. Well, and Trey taking a shot at a possible roller up and over. You really got to have some roll on this bag to get it up over Mount Cornhole. Coming in hot to blow it up, drops 2 down. And I think he has also, one of Trey's is down there, so we're looking at 7-on-6. Yeah, 7-on-6. All right, so Drew will take back first bag, down 12-10. That is correct. If Trey wins, it's over. It's a one and done for him holding the king seat. If Drew wins, we go into a game 2. Little low block there to challenge Drew's approach to the middle, and he hits that roll bag a little bit loose. Nice pickup there by Trey. Adds another 2 to his tally, 14-10. I'll tell you, Trey has been throwing gas all day, and it's just consistent. So consistent. He's been so consistently good. No huge brain farts, no giant mistakes, just consistently delivering on these bags. And everything we've seen from Drew, keeps his head, keeps cool. Perfect matchup for a final. Love it. Nice tumble through. Clean slate, new chalk. And a slate of 24 right there, 12 on 12. PPR's at an 8.5, 8.62, and an 8.31, improving to an 8.86 and an 8.57 after that round as we head into round 15. And we head into the back half of the 10 p.m. hour Eastern Standard Time. Nice cleanup bag. We've seen Trey do that a number of times. Just going to go ahead and take it if it's wide open. Force Drew to do the same, which he does. Locks in the score. Double 4-bagger. Head down to collect. Do it all over again. Round 16. The reason Craig has to be double dipped is when we reseed the bracket, we took the top 4 out of bracket A, the top 4 out of bracket B. Those who came into the final bracket without any losses stayed in the top. If you come in without any losses, you only have to win 1 game. If you come in carrying losses, you have to win twice over the player that hits the king seat with no losses. So hopefully that's as clear as mud. Correct. If Trey wins, there is no game 2. Ooh, and he kicks a couple down. We've seen him do that a couple of times now. So 9 on 8. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that was a 9 on 8. It sure was. Drew picks up a penny and takes first bag back out of his right hand. Lets it fly. Dead nut center. This just becomes now, at this point, a war of attrition into the evening after a day that started this morning when doors opened at 7 a.m. Following a day where doors opened yesterday at 8 a.m. and went at least till 10:30 p.m. last night. Nice bag. Well done, snuck around. Trey going to be able to pull both. Oh, he tried. He had a good grip on it. Thought he was going to be able to pull it, but that's 2 more points for Drew. 14-13 now. Trey Brown holding on to the slimmest of margins. Nice block right there. The replacement bag skidded just a little bit left, so the bow tie blocks up in place. Nicely cleaned up there. Gives Drew the exact same look at it that he had before. Brings it in a little bit tighter up the middle. Trey with 2 left to throw. Coming in to try to clean up, and now he's got set the bow tie. Now is this going to be a roll bag to try to cut up in between the 2? It was. Probably hoping that he wasn't going to take Trey's bag. In fact, I know for a fact that would be the case, but glad to have all 4 of his in there, and he'll pick up another couple more. Fortunately there for Trey, that thing was very hole friendly, dripped in there. I can't make the dripping noise anymore that I used to do, so 12 on 10. Drew Blauvelt. Is he setting himself up for a game 2? We shall see. If history tells us anything, I'm looking at one person in particular right now, that if history tells us anything as to whether or not there will be a game 2, thumb locked in the center. Oh, and that one just got away from him. Drew's going to come right to left to get around it. Yes, he does. Very happy with that bag. Opportunity for Trey to come in here and try to run it clean and only give up the deuce. Slick side down, picks up 1. That's going to be 4. He's going to put Drew on 19. with a 12-on-8. Just like that, he's left a challenge for himself out to the left side. Nice bag there coming out of the right hand of Trey Brown. A little nudge there to see if that pulls it any closer. Another great bag up Main Street. Stepping out a little bit to try to gather it up, and now he set himself up to pull the 2 down, assuming Trey doesn't do it for him. And he does a nice job of avoiding the bag and forcing Drew to have to do the work, which he does. It's got to go in, or we're on to game 2, and it does. Nice wash right there. 12-on-12, 4-bagger from both. Oh, man. I'm getting nervous. I'm pitting out, and I'm not even playing. Oh, boy, he went for the gusto right there and left one off the backside. Going to have to kind of run it hot and through, and he gets 2 to fall. So right now we're looking at what? It's a 10-on-5. He's got to come in and clean house. Oh, my. Oh, that's it. No, I thought he had one off the back there. I forgot about that one. I missed it. So Drew Blauvelt forces a game 2 with a 21-14 win in game 1. Trey Brown holding the king seat. So now he has to be beaten once again, and this is a one-and-done scenario right here. A little woohoo. Low right. Drew comes hot middle. A little bully action on that one. Trey steps out. We're going to try to work it back towards the hole. Drew just knows exactly where he wants to be. Dead center when he can. Another good bag to try to get it up there closer to the hole. Built a little bit of a tent, but Drew lets him off the hook with one out of play. Going to chase it again. Pretty much those things have glued themselves together, and that right there was a blessing for Trey because he had set himself up to at least give up 2, possibly 4. So starting with an 8-8 wash in game 2 here. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the championship final. It's a one-and-done at this point. Drew Blauvelt took game 1 21-14, was it? My memory is shot after a long day, but yeah, so this is a double dip scenario. It's a one and done at this point. Trey Brown out of Ohio, Drew Blauvelt playing out of Minnesota. Nice airmail right there up and over top just to say, hey, what do you say there, kid? I can still got a little airmail show I'd like to deliver to you. 2 bags are waiting to be addressed, and that's nicely played. I don't know if he's going to try to go up and grab them or just try to roll them all in there. Oh, and boy, a little bit unlucky there on the right-hand side that one didn't fall. If I was him, I'd pogo stick my way down there. But the time was given, and the bag did not fall. So still knotted at goose eggs. Again, I have to marvel. Trey's delivery is so smooth, so consistent. And the way his eyes follow the bag up through the bag flight and down to the hole versus just straight focus on the hole itself. The consistency is amazing. Up and over to try to get him, and he gets the double bag drag. Nice shot. Putting Drew in the position where he has to sink two. That was very well played. Yes, it was by both. Nicely done. So no matter what you're doing or where you're doing it, we appreciate the fact that you've joined us here. You got us up on the big screen somewhere. You're just watching. If you can't hear me, know that I've said thank you about a squillion times. If you can hear me, I'll say it a squillion and one. Appreciate you being a part of the stream here on the ACO Digital Network. And it's been big fun all season long. Kind of hard to see season 21 coming to an end because it feels like we just got it underway. Trey tries to get in there and take the drag like he had in the last frame. So that's going to be a 12 on 7. Yeah, that's going to be a 5 spot to break the scoring open for Drew Blauvelt. Again, it's a one and done. Whoever wins the singles championship here in Toledo, our second major in Toledo this season. A lot of repeat winners for the city, which is cool. Hopefully you have enjoyed the broadcast. Sing, I appreciate you, brother. I just saw your comment there. Thank you much. Looking forward to getting down to Branson with the Mississippi Ninja and a 4th out of 5 Pro Series skins challenges. It's always fun to call, and we know that the pros love playing in it. Nice bag right there. You saw it as soon as it left his hand. It was going to be in collection mode. Put it in to cut it down to a 3-point lead, and that's exactly what Trey does. Well done. I don't know Drew's family situation, if he has any brothers, but the way he piles these bags on top of each other, these big dog piles, it feels like he's been in a few wrestling matches where he just gets piled on because he loves to stack them up the middle. Nice cleanup right there. That bag is probably not one he was going to mess with. Was Trey? No, he wasn't. Now Drew wants to step out and run through that. Oh, he's going to try to cut over it. Oh, he's just sat up on top. He'll take the 2, but he's trying to roll over and take 4. If Drew wins, we will absolutely have him over here for an interview. If Trey wins, we will absolutely have him over here for an interview. A special day for each of them. Should they win, it would be Trey's first purple jersey and champion's jersey of the season. It would be the 3rd singles win for Drew to add to a juniors win that he's got as well. So, yeah, we'll absolutely get him over here to spend a moment. Nice cleanup right there. Seems happy with that. Big exhale. And he'll take the 2 points that come along with it. Trey having a little bit of an issue with bags that are leaking out to the right-hand side, and he's being forced to have to come up with some magic tricks to try to move them in, and eventually he just has to give up on them and just take what's given to him. Front side block easily cleaned up and run through. Get another very consistent bag right there from Trey. Another one from Drew. It's kind of weird to have to call shots like this. Oh, that one's in, that one's a block, that one's in, that one's a block, that's a roll, that's in, that's a block. It's almost like he just called the next 4 shots in a row. Oh, boy, and he tried to run through that one slick side down, and that cost him 4. So now it's going to be 13-2. Drew Blauvelt coming in as the 8th seed in this reseeded bracket of 8. LFG Drew, says Johnny Johnson. Only 11 more, only 8 more now, brother. Trey not the least bit rattled, though, man. I'll tell you what, you just do not see any panic in his delivery. He hasn't changed his pace. Hadn't changed his face. Still got that same look on every delivery. Nicely played right there. And there it is. There's the jam session. Not going to make it easy. Trey's got 1 down, 1 up, so it's 4 on 3 as we speak. Coming in hot to try to make some noise. The question becomes, is Drew going to try to roll this over and take one on the back with it? Yeah, he is. Oh, and he piles them up here, so now it's 5 on 4. He wants to go down and take a look at it and see exactly what kind of glue has been used to put these things together. Drew went down, I think, just to be nice. He didn't really need to look at anything, but he just wanted to take a few extra steps. Just going to lay low and take what's given to him, so that'll be a 6 on 4. Four juniors and 2 singles. Yeah, I knew he was first purple jersey. I was saying was in juniors, so he would just add these badges to an overall season 21. But yeah, I was looking back to find his first purple jersey, and it was in juniors. I want to say very early on, maybe within one of the first 5 or 6 majors. I don't have it in front of me now, but yeah, his is a name that I've been seeing, reading results on the taco all year long. And only seen winners' photos. I've never actually gotten to see him play. So this was a first for me. That one stacks up on the backside. Quick look over at the scoreboard. Drew locks his thumb, butterfly grip, the roll up and over, and they all just sit there. So I think 2 under, 2 on. So yeah, that's going to take him to 15-4. Another deuce added to the tally. 6 points away from adding another singles championship. Trey Brown, we've seen him do it. If he's able to make that comeback, he'll grab his first purple jersey of the season. Playing a little bit of Drew's game right now there with the bundle up. Run through, nice. Drew's going to take them both, finish it off. This is an important bag. Wide open fourth, oh boy, wide open fourth bag blues is what you want to avoid. That's exactly what he was singing right there. 17-4 now. Drew Blauvelt, all 12 years of him, stands poised to add a 3rd singles major championship to his resume. But Trey is not going to go quietly into that good night. Very easy delivery. A little bit loose out to the right. Gonna have to come in now and just play it as clean as he can. Only sacrifice a maximum of 2. Again, remarkable composure. So smooth. And he's gonna do it. He's gonna put Drew now on 19 with a 12 on 10. 2 points away from a check that I have a feeling will have to be written out to someone else in the family. First bag right where he wants it. Nice get around there without touching that from Trey. Replacement bag does the trick. Right now, it's just, like I said, it's just a war of attrition. Who owns the next mistake? One can afford one cannot. Cut it left to right, and this is it. Got to get them both in. And he does. How about that? Nice shooting. Trey Brown had to deliver, and he does, to push it to the next frame. PPR check, a 10-3-1 for Drew Blauvelt, a 9-1-5 for Trey Brown. As I mentioned, just going to go hole for hole now to see who makes the next mistake. We've seen Trey pull that one up with a hard push. He's got 2 bags to move it. Oh, and he misses it off the back. Drew puts it in, and it's going to be done. That finishes it off. Drew Blauvelt, how about that? Nicely played by Trey Brown. Well done. Drew Blauvelt double dips and takes the Toledo Singles Championship. Adds that to his purple jersey. We'll bring him over here. He's got his 3. We're going to get him over here and talk it up a little bit. We'll find out a little bit more about him. Hey, Drew. Not again. Come on, what are you and I have never done this.
I did. In Clarksville.
I wasn't in Clarksville.
Oh.
Yeah, you've done it. I've not done it. This is my first chance to watch you play, buddy. Nice job. Well done.
Yeah.
I got a new nickname. Here, I'm going to put this a little bit closer because I'm going to wait. We got to wait. When you're 13 or 14, your voice will probably come through a little bit better. But you're 12, right?
Yeah.
I got that right?
Yep.
3 major wins.
Yeah.
4 juniors. Is that right?
I think so.
4 junior winners.
Yeah.
And your new nickname is Jamie Lannister. I don't know if you're a Game of Thrones fan. One day you'll understand. So tell me a little bit about yourself. My first chance to see you play, man, you are cool as a cucumber out there. What other type stuff do you play? Are you do you do any other sports, or has this been the first?
This is all I do. I don't do any other sports or anything.
Really? So I mean, the hand-eye coordination is obviously a key in this sport. So really, no baseball, no nothing.
Well, I used to play baseball, but not anymore.
Not anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lonnie Campos would like a word with you. He wants probably to get you back into baseball. But that's all right, man. You've got a long, bright future, and you've got one heck of a past already built up. So you're going to grab the big trophy. We'll have that check signed off to somebody. We'll put it in your account. You can maybe do what Isaac Hurt did, buy yourself a truck one day with that money.
So
talk to me a little bit about what got you into the game. How did you start? What age did you start?
I think I started at like 9, 10, something like that. And then we just got a cheap set of boards for like the backyard and stuff like that. And then we played in a tournament, and I just kept playing after that.
Yeah. Who was it that got you into it? Brother, father, uncle? Who was it?
My dad and my grandpa.
Very
much.
nice. Yes, very good. Well, they got to be very, very proud of you, I'm certain. And we had all kinds of people. Look at all these people here. I'm going to show you all these people that were throwing the love your way. All the way down. They wanted me to get on the PA and make an announcement about everybody was supporting you, but I thought that might throw you off a little bit. So, 4-wheelers and dirt bikes in the backyard, yes?
Yep.
You do that? Right on. I can see it. This guy's a big dirt bike guy right over here, Eric Heineman. So, one other question. What was it? I had another question for you. I don't know what it was. Well, I'm sure you'll be back up here after a singles win. Where are we going to see you next? You're going to go to Branson, or we're going to see you? You are going to go to Branson?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, we'll look forward to it, my man. Nicely done. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
I have a feeling we're going to be doing this interview a lot.
I hope so.
Nicely done. Well done, buddy. You should be very proud of yourself, and I'm sure they're very proud of you, and I know everybody on the stream was throwing love your way. So face that camera right there. Give any shout-outs that you want to give out to anybody that you want to.
Shout out to all my family for supporting me. Shout out to CBC because they gave me good bags to throw. And, and all my friends that also support me.
Yep. Well, you got an entire online community that was doing just that. And on behalf of this guy whose name you are going to be hearing for years to come in the Cornhole universe, and on behalf of everybody here in Toledo, Go get your trophy. I'm going to sign things off here. We're going to break it down, and we're going to move on to Canada. Then we'll see you in Branson, bud. Cheers. Congratulations. How about that? Drew Blauvelt, our champion for the Toledo Major. You go get here. I'll take that. You go do the important stuff. I'll wrap all this stuff up. Nicely done. Oh, my goodness. What a weekend it has been, and we will recap everything for you on the Taco this coming Tuesday. We'll talk Camp Margaritaville. We will talk Toledo. We will be on our way to Canada, and we will be looking ahead to Branson. So a lot of fun still left to be had here to wrap up season 21. Again, all in service to heading to Owensboro, Kentucky, July 21st through the 25th. Anything you need to know about Cornhole at AmericanCornhole.com, really the sanctioning body of cornhole and professional cornhole since 2005. So if you need to know, that's where you need to go, AmericanCornhole.com. On behalf of everybody here, the crew that ran the show, and Eric Heinerman behind the scenes who made it look and sound better than it actually did, thanks to me. I appreciate you guys taking the time to be a part of it. Thanks for hanging with me on the stream. We'll see you soon. I believe the next time we'll be in Branson for that Pro Series extravaganza. I am Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO. On behalf of the entire cast and crew, and Frank Years, the Cornhole Dude, remind you, and congratulations, Drew Blauvelt, one more time, to keep on pitching.